All right, welcome back. This is going to be the first part of our Sliver series. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and we are going to get Sliver started up and running. And we are going to then generate an executable, get that over to the other machine, that Windows machine, and then create a scheduled task for that machine to always run daily at whatever time. So to start this up, first off, to download Sliver, you can do a sudo apt install Sliver. You can just download the binary, whatever else you want to do. I have mine in my user bin folder, so that is within my path, so I could just type in Sliver, server, Linux, and we're going to hit enter there. Okay, make sure you are running the server one. If you are by yourself, if you're going to be connecting to a server, then obviously that's going to be the client version. From here, there's quite a few things we could do. We can type in help. It starts to look at everything, but like I said, today we're going to focus on creating a malicious executable. So let's go ahead and start off with the HTTP tat generate. And we are going to generate this for our IP address, 192.168.100.44. Did I spell generate wrong? Oh, that's because I have to generate tech HTTP. That's why I'm sitting here like, sorry about that. Generate tech HTTP. Then the file, there we go. And that's going to take a minute to download. I'm sitting here like, what the heck? That's going to take a minute to go ahead and generate that file. It is running on Go Sliver, so it's going to take a minute, so I'll see you guys back in a minute. Looks like we got that callback. It's called respectiveraise.exe. So let's go ahead and we'll call for that over here. However we get it over there, phishing, we already have access, whatever. However we get over there, right? Now what we also want to do is we want to start up an HTTP listener over here. So we're just going to type in HTTP. Now do notice that I am on port 8080 down here. Called for port 8080 up here, right? Wherever it went. And we're going ahead and we're downloading that respective raise over here, correct? So we go ahead and open this up, go to downloads, and we'll wait for this guy to open up. So we can actually click on him. Let's go ahead and double click on that wild riverbed. And we should get a callback over on our listener, and we do. So we're done with both windows now. Let me go ahead and just get just one window going here. And so now that we have that callback, we can go ahead and type in sessions. We can see that we have a new session. Right. Let's go ahead and do a sessions tag I. Oh, a sessions tag I with that ID in it. There we are. And if we type in help here, we can see we can do a lot of different things. Who am I? We can migrate to another service. Right, that's another thing, okay? So if we were to type in PS, yes, we're looking for something that we're allowed to migrate to, right? It's going to have to be invoke caret. We're not that high of a user yet. You can also run get system on here, just so you know. Let's go ahead and migrate over to Explorer. That's process ID 860. So we can actually do a migrate tag P for the process ID of 860. And that'll migrate over to us. Okay, if we do another sessions, and we're now migrated over to 860, but we can also see that this session has turned green. That's because we're actually directly talking with it, right? So now let's get a shell on here. It's going to ask us if we're an adult. We're going to say yes. All right, and we're going to go into command prompt, and we're going to run a scheduled task. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at, actually we can go and exit out of here, exit out of here. It's going to take about 10 seconds to exit. I just want to show you guys the ls command real quick so that you can actually see what I'm talking about when I'm going different places. There we go. Just keep hitting enter. It takes about 10 seconds. If we do ls here, we can see that we are in downloads. Let's go and cd back. And what we want to do is we want to get into app data, right? App data. And we have a couple things in here, cd and roaming. And then from here, we can cd into Adobe maybe. And we can put, okay, we have Flash Player in here. Okay, maybe we could call something. Now, remember also, so since we're on Sliver here, if we wanted to cd into, let's say, users, caret, we would have to do that double slash there. All right, so if we want to cd back into that, app data roaming, users, caret, app data, roaming, Adobe. All right, now we're back in that Adobe. So we do have to do those double slashes. Let's go and get a shell. Yes. Command prompt. We're going to drop the schedule task in here. Now, one thing about these scheduled tasks, actually, I'm going to have to actually change it here. We can go ahead and delete that whole thing pretty much because I actually am going to have to change it, is they are running on military time. So if we type in time, we see that atomic right now is 1806. And remember, this is the time of that Windows machine, not of my machine, but of that Windows machine. So let's go ahead and do 1808. Gives us a little bit of time to do everything. We'll copy this. And what we're going to do is we're going to call back. We're going to create a new scheduled task. And it's going to go to Adobe update.exe. So the first thing we technically want to do is actually get that respective raise.exe over here. Right? We want to copy that over into here and create a and rechange the name to Adobe update.exe. So let's go ahead and do a quick copy from C users caret downloads respective raise, right, .exe. And we want to copy that over into C, or just right here, right? Enter. We do a dir now, or an ls, or yeah, dir. Okay, we see respective raises in here. Let's go and rename now respective raise to Adobe Update. There we go. Now there are other ways to do this. Okay, let's go and delete that Adobe Update now. That's one way to do it. We can also upload. Okay, so we can exit out of here, and wait our 10 seconds, and we can also upload. We're going to have to extend this timeout, maybe 1810 or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out once we get to that point for our start time. We can also upload a file, right? But we can upload /home, Kali, desktop, water execution, respective raise.exe, and we can upload that into here as Adobe update.exe. Let's go ahead and do an ls. I don't know where I am like right now. All right, so we see that we now have Adobe update.exe sitting in here, right? So let's go ahead and let's make that scheduled task now. We'll do another shell. Yes. And we can just make that scheduled task anywhere. And it's 1808 like right now, so we'll leave it like that. Wait a couple minutes and we'll see if the scheduled task actually works or not. Actually just turned to 1809 on the machine. So if we do a time, all right, we made that scheduled task. Go ahead and go to command prompt. We can say time. We see that's 1809. We can also query for that scheduled task that we just made. Right? We called ours Adobe Update, correct? Right, so we have force. It's going to go daily. The start time is going to be 1810. The task name is going to be Adobe Update. And then the task reference is going to be right here. All right, what it's actually going to run. So we can schedule task query, task name, Adobe Update, because that's what we called it down here. We say list, and then there we go. And we can also see, okay, cool, where's that task going to? It's going to there. It's running from here, right? That's where our task is set to run from. Awesome. So we'll wait a little bit longer. We got about 10 seconds left, and we will see if we get a new callback. Okay, let's go into exit. Exit. Okay, something happened here. Right, so let's go ahead and do a sessions. If it feels like it. Hopefully it just didn't just freeze, because that would be a horrible time to freeze, because we literally did this whole thing. And we got a new session back. Right, that's alive also. That's strange. What is this new session that we have? We're talking with this session like right now, but we got this session back. That's very strange, right? Let's take a look at that new session. So we can go ahead and we can do a sessions tac I again. Let's go ahead and do a PS. Look for anything that we're running. And look at that. We are running Adobe update.exe. So we know that task ran, right? And we're actually, that's our process ID. And since it's green, that's what we're actually talking through right now is that Adobe update.exe. So now we know that scheduled task worked. We know that scheduled task ran with just a few commands that we typed in to be able to get that scheduled task to work. Now we can migrate again. So let's say 2432. So we can migrate tac p 2432, right? That's what it was. Enter. And there we go. We've now successfully migrated into explore.exe. We do that ps again, show that we have actually migrated in there. I'll still say update.exe, whatever. I think it actually created a whole new thing if I saw. It did. It created a whole new one right here. That's most likely our explore.exe. Let's go ahead and ps into there. Or sessions, tac I into there. PS, let's see what we're running as in here. Explore.exe. So we've now created that new session, and now we're migrated to that other executable explore.exe. Blend in a little bit more, and we can also kill those other sessions that we don't want, right? So we could go ahead and go to background. So we could background the session like right here. And we can go to sessions, and we can try to kill. And the easiest way I figured out how to kill a session so far is to actually go into it and just type in kill. So we go to sessions, that one like right there, tac I, kill. And I believe the other one was this one. We can see, that was 2 seconds ago, that was 2 seconds ago. So let's go ahead and make sure that we're on the right session here. 187 and B6. So let's go ahead and check out this one like real quick. Okay, so we can kill this one like right here. That one's killing as the Adobe. All right, lost session, session tac I, or sessions. And now we have this session like right here. And this one's the one that's running under Explorer, right? And there we go. That one's running under explore.exe. Who am I? Should still be invoke caret. All right, hope you all learned something today. We're going to keep going through Sliver stuff, kind of learn some new stuff with Sliver and learn some more command line tools and things like that. And yeah, I hope you all have a good one, and I'll talk to you all later.